All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode 34. 34.
Yes, Rule 34 indeed.
Takashi Sendo.
Because, let's be real. Sendo and Ippo are not at all probably shipped like crazy.
And then Takamura is somewhere thrown in there with his
little
compensation.
Dick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're in the fight, and it looks like they're
just going for a brawl out.
Just smashing each other with their meat as hard as they can. But now
beating each other in the face. You know?
That's right. But now they have simultaneously beat each other in the face. It seems,
and things are building to a climax, Jacob. I
mean, they're beating
each
other off as best they can.
If you can see basically Ippo and Sendo actually going all the way with this and really
absolutely.
Leaving at least one of them breathing hard heavily on the ground, who do you think is going to be left standing tall?
I don't know, because they both might finish each other at the same time.
That's possible, but based on the punch that we saw previously, I think that them kind of getting
Ippo
that,
might be able to finish Sendo first.
That hit at the same time doesn't necessarily end things there. That's just more of a even greater build up.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I can see that.
There's a lot that we could see here too. Without further ado, y'all, let's get into this now.
I will always think of Rorschach images when I see the muscles on Ippo's back with the light coming up.
Oh, really? So when you see Ippo's abs, what one word, go.
What? Oh, the muscles?
Yeah.
It makes me think of the
one word. You're supposed to
Korra,
just
in Korra, the spirits, the Avatar spirit, and the Batu and
Rava.
Rava, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, but you don't understand the concept of. I mean, you do understand the concept of Rorschach images.
No,
right?
I know, but I forgot
to just give one word to just go.
Yeah.
Right, but then if you forget, then that means it's not actually what it makes you. Because you're supposed to think of you see an image and you just say, what is it? I think it's more of what does it make you feel, or what is it what's the first word that comes to mind,
or what do you see here,
or what do you see here? Yes, but you're supposed to give just one word to describe it, and then you do a lot of them so that you end up tending towards what you're truly thinking or feeling inside, and that comes out in the whole.
Rule 34, Rule 34, Rule 34, Rule 34. Rule 34.
Guy and a girl, guy and a guy, 3 girls, 2 girls and a guy. I love that shaking effect. It's so simple, but it works. It just makes it feel tough.
Harder, faster.
The Rookie King. Oh, then the fight's ending here.
Yeah.
This is it. Oh! Jeez! Oh, that was good.
This is fluid.
That was good animation. Oh.
Way to go, Madhouse.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, man.
Oh! Oh! I like that he is going for a repeated liver blow, though. Oh!
Yeah.
Both took that one! Oh! Oh, I love this music.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
that's the...
Oh!
Oh, it's the smash! Oh, he's going... Oh, and he hit him again!
No way!
Wow! It's like he's extending the duration of this fight! Watch him pull an elbow block or something. Something crazy here. Oh! Wait, what? Oh, he's gonna do it with the lean here.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the same thing.
Oh.
From below. Turn it into an uppercut. Oh! Oh no, the pain! The anesthetic, it's gone!
Or is this all slow motion?
Oh, it might have been slow motion, but... Yeah, it did nothing.
Yeah, I think that was...
I think that was the anesthetic. It... Rocky, Rocky. Oh wow, they're giving us the time here early. Yeah. Oh, but this is only round 3 too. Wow.
Whoa. Oh.
Whoa. Oh crap. Oh crap. Stop it.
Is that something that happens?
I'm guessing it does, but the referee hasn't heard it. Oh, had it been out that whole time? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, sit down. Oh my god. And he must be wondering, how are you still standing? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh man, Jacob, yeah. They're building it up.
We haven't seen Sendo's perspective yet,
right, yeah, we haven't. Backstory, cool. Huh? Oh. Oh.
Is he not able to get up?
Oh, he can't stand.
Yeah.
Maybe he just passed out. He blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how he was saying he lost consciousness for like a split second when Ippo hit him?
And he took that straight to the temple, like...
No way! Whoa! It's over!
But this is too dramatic. I'm
worried
almost worried
too.
that Ippo like killed him or something.
Yeah, I'm worried too. Wow. Oh.
Holy crap.
God. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
With his eyes open. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow. And this is awesome because it does keep the rivalry going because the wow.
Oh.
Oh. Ra-aki. 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 Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
that's
man.
cool.
Oh, man.
This is gonna be like the start of a cool friendship, you know?
Well, and Sendo was the one who got him to show up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this so much. Can we please get something with Sendo when he comes to? Oh, this is the old veteran, yeah. Like a prior. Yeah, nice, nice. Oh. Oh, these little brats, these little cuties. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yosh. Today I lost. Oh, that's good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Even. Yes, it is, but it's a good comment. Oh.
Acknowledgement.
Yeah. Or you can celebrate too. Yes.
Wow.
Oh. Right on schedule. I just gave up on it, didn't I?
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Oh! Ah! 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 Oh, the chief counterpunched! Oh my god! Oh, he calls his mom! What a good boy! Oh, good. She can be happy for
And
him.
then the anesthetic wears off and he's like,
Yes, yes. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, of course, now we... Our Phil! No!
Red Light District, here we come.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Oh, my God.
They just kept it going
That
even
was
with
so
the comedy
good.
and then all the emotion from the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Okay. So now he's a ranked fighter? That's what they said. Meaning that he has his own, like, official, like,
ranking
number in the ranking system, but he didn't have that even when he was competing for the rookie featherweight championship?
I guess. Maybe they don't care if you're not at, like, a certain level, you know?
Well, see, I think what it more is that, like, it doesn't seem like you'd have to win in order to get, like, a championship in order to get a ranking.
Maybe it's that, like, now that he's played enough.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, okay, now we have enough to give you a ranking and, like, have it be an actual accurate estimate, you know?
Oh, sure, they need more data. God, that's what makes a Hajime no Ippo episode amazing.
That was so fantastic.
It had all the right things.
It was absolutely incredible. Like, because the thing is, when they started, like, you know, doing the fight the way they were doing it in this round of, like, you know, Ippo being so on the ropes, you know, literally in some cases and stuff,
right,
and just holding on, I'm like, okay, now I'm thinking he is gonna actually make it out of this all right, you know,
right.
More or less, like, he's gonna win at least, right?
But it made me start cheering for Sendo almost.
Totally, definitely. I mean, the thing is that they've had Ippo be in a situation where, oh no, will I be able to win this, right? But this was a whole nother thing. It's like Sendo was pulverizing him.
Yeah.
You know, and Ippo throws in the punches when he can, but they're not working, and then he ends up getting that temple shot. And that crack almost that we thought we heard, you know, it's like,
yeah, there was a little bit of a something.
Right, there was something, and
but it wasn't a loud noise.
It's like, oh, okay, so he wasn't able to fully carry through, maybe, you know, or something like that, right? I thought maybe the anesthetic was starting to wear off, so it's like maybe he held back just a tiny bit or something. I don't know, but then it's like, no, and Sendo kept fighting. He kept fighting like a madman, like he had been possessed by something, and you know, 10 seconds after the bell rang, and Ippo's just done, right?
Yeah, when you showcase the shonen battle resolve kind of thing coming through for the antagonists,
right?
That's when stuff gets really cool, because what I like about this show is that every other boxer that fights Ippo has a character that is on equal terms as Ippo in terms of how much they matter to the story, but also, I would say, towards the development of the other characters. Like, the way Ippo presents himself and carries himself and moves helps inform a lot of the development of the characters around him. You know, in some ways, it's why God, I keep forgetting her name, but the doctor, she joined the whole crew here.
Yeah.
She saw that nature of him. It's like, he's a good guy. I'm going to basically be in his corner to support him from here on out.
Yep.
And then you have, with Sendo, you have this bravado, but I would say almost reckless passion.
Yes.
I would say he is the example of passion personified. He makes stupid, reckless decisions. He forgets little things. In fact, it's even in his boxing style. Ippo and him were said to be basically the same boxer, right? But the way they actually talked about it, the thing that really separates them is that Ippo has his whole, you know, peekaboo style, right? His weaving and bobbing and stuff that. But Sendo, specifically, they said the only flaw he really has is that his guard is really weak.
Right.
And it's more that, I think it's that his guard was, like, inexperienced, or just it's not as good.
Yeah.
And
right. It wasn't something that he focused on nearly as much as offense.
Because he's just way more aggressive, and he will destroy you in, like, 3 punches, you know?
Yeah.
But that was, like, foreshadowed from the get-go that he would allow punches to get through to him and do serious damage. Like the whole, he was unconscious for a full second there.
Right.
That was, again, foreshadowing this as well, that he lets those kinds of punches happen, and that's why he said that the greatest kind of boxer is the one that gets hit so many times but just keeps going, who can take the most hits, basically. Right. And he took some hits to the point where he was punching and pummeling Ippo without actually being consciously aware of what he was doing.
Yeah, that's
how muscle memory trained he was to do this.
The thing is that's one of those things that almost feels mythic. But the thing is that, and maybe it is unrealistic. Maybe that couldn't actually happen in real life.
Possibly.
But with the way it's portrayed here, I think maybe
I want it to be real.
I want it to be real. And with the whole reality is stranger than fiction thing, maybe that is a thing that happens where someone is so ingrained that I am going to pulverize this person in front of me, right? That they're knocked out.
Punches.
They're knocked out, and they don't even realize they're knocked out.
Their muscles have a command permanent command being sent from the brain. And
it's just hardwired in this cycle, even though there's no thought going on back there, right? Like that.
Like, that is something that's kind of interesting to think about. Is I don't know the medical side of it, but on some level, what is being unconscious?
Right.
Like, what even is that? Because we don't even really know what consciousness is. Like, let's be real. That's like that's like an area of science where we're like, well, it's something.
And even when you're unconscious and, like, let's say, like, I mean, this might not be the same thing as, like, true, like, unconsciousness.
Like consciousness versus just being, knocked out.
Knocked out versus, like, deep REM sleep, right?
Sure.
But even in that case, you've got the subconscious, so there's still stuff that's happening there.
So
it's like,
don't know what it is.
Right, exactly. We don't fully understand it. So it's like, is that something where that theoretically could, it's so deeply ingrained that it goes all the way down to the subconscious.
Right.
Right. And now
I'd buy it.
He's just dream boxing.
Yeah. If someone in a white lab coat, in a white, get up came to me and was just like, and said, "This is what happened," I'd be like, I buy that.
Yeah.
I buy that. Like, I don't know anything about that, but that seems like something that could happen. A 1 in a million kind of thing that could happen.
And the thing is, it's so fitting because it's this whole idea of Sendo wanted to be, he wanted to be Rocky. He wanted to be the hero that always wins and does all that stuff and that he wanted, the hero that never got knocked out, for one. So and he got knocked out, but he didn't go down. Because there was this story idea that I had when I was thinking up, like, Mandalorian fan fiction, right? And it involved, like, this this Mandalorian soldier that fights and stuff, and he gets beaten, but he doesn't, like, his body still doesn't end up, like, actually falling over, right? He dies standing. And I just always thought it was, like, just the coolest thing. And so it's this thing that's super intimidating to the person that they almost defeated and almost killed and stuff.
Right.
That even in death they're still there. And as this pillar of strength to all the people that witnessed what happened. And I feel like that's what this basically was for Sendo and the audience and the kids and everything, where it's we just witnessed something. Right. Even if the outcome isn't the Rocky
desired
outcome,
one,
right? Even if it's not the desired outcome, that truly was a Rocky match.
It was a historic match. Like, the way the commentator basically kept echoing the thoughts of kind of the people reacting and stuff, but also really giving some good stuff to stir up the crowd as well. It was something where I kind of got lost in the belief of this kind of mythic moment that happened here. And and then they had the emotional side of it coming in later and stuff, but I don't know what to say. Like, this boxing match was one that I think was risky in how they had so little time before basically the build-up training stuff to then this fight happening. And yet the fight itself was longer than the build-up in a lot of ways. But the actual execution of the way they did the ending part of the fight here,
absolutely,
I think is better than any of the fights they've done thus far.
I want to say this is my favorite episode of Ippo so far.
It might be my second or third favorite or first favorite. I'm not sure.
Like, there are some other great episodes that we've had.
Yeah, at least with fight episodes, it's definitely like
up there
as
so
top
good.
2, maybe.
It's so good.
Wow. Do you think that the whole thing with Ippo kind of realizing, like, kind of having that this doesn't feel real thing, was that on some level he felt like he lost,
cheated,
or like basically, like, no, that he didn't win.
Right.
In that when he went to go stand up, he had already kind of resigned himself to lose. But when he looks at Sendo, his unconscious self we basically believed that he was still going to win.
Even his unconscious self had more belief in his own ability to win than Ippo did,
being conscious
and getting back up to go fight again.
Right.
And it totally makes sense that would be something that would, one, just in general, shake you, right? Because I mean, Sendo's eyes there, like, holy crap.
Sendo's eyes were intense, y'all.
That yeah,
It'll rattle you just seeing someone asleep with one eye open, where they're just like,
Right, exactly.
Like,
or someone giving you that look when they're conscious.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, exactly. But when unconscious, and the idea that it left such an impression that he sees him there even when he's not there anymore, like that is legendary. That is mythic, right? And against something like that, Ippo's just Ippo, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have any self-inflated view of himself.
Right, I didn't beat that.
Right, yeah.
How could anyone beat that?
Yeah.
Right? In Ippo's
the amazing
mind,
Sendo-san,
Exactly. In Ippo's mind, Sendo still is undefeated. Sendo is Rocky. Right?
And then at the very end of the episode, when he hears the comment from the reporters, basically, that he said, "Today I lost," and he's like, "Oh,
now I feel like I beat him."
Now it feels real.
And I feel like there's a couple angles to that. One, it's that Sendo acknowledged it, right?
Yes.
Which is huge.
So he acknowledged Ippo.
Right. So he acknowledged Ippo. And two, that Sendo said, "Today I lost."
Yes.
The idea that Sendo wasn't defeated, right? Something happened, right?
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
Today.
Right. Today. Yeah.
But that's just today.
But Sendo was not beaten. He is still the amazing Rocky, right?
It's a very proud statement to make.
Yep.
And I love that the chief is like, as expected of Sendo-san. I'm like,
he's always already back to that.
Of course he's already back to that. That's what he runs on. That's his fuel. That's his charges him. Yeah. And it's like, he's going to go. And I like, actually, that aspect of someone who's almost in a silly way has that bravado of self-belief and self kind of, confidence. Because it's something that's attractive. And I would say in a lot of ways, as someone who's had confidence issues in the past, it's cool to see other people who are regular people accomplish, or maybe declare that they will accomplish great things based on that confidence, and then actually take effort, like hard effort towards those things, instead of just being someone that yells out, "I'm gonna do the thing, believe it." They actually like take, they make progress towards that thing, and you see them then
putting
work
in all
hard.
the effort. And
But all along the way, they're proclaiming exactly what they're going to do, and even when they lose, there's some aspect of them, like, that's not that they're in denial about the loss. Right. It's that, like, well, yeah, of course I'm struggling, so obviously I'm going to have moments where today I lost a battle, but I'm still fighting the war, kind of thing. So I really like that. I think Sendo has that
surprised acceptance, like,
well, I'm trying to compare him to the previous boxers that Ippo's fought, and I would in some ways describe him as being the Otsuma kind of opposite. Instead of, because didn't Otsuma leave his environment to come fight Ippo?
Yes.
So he was not in his home area, basically. Right. He had people that came to watch him. But in this case, this is if basically Otsuma was in his hometown doing the fighting and stuff. Right. Because we have Sendo, who's the city boy.
And a very different personality.
Very different personality. But there's this aspect of the two of them where they both have that side of them that if you turn it on and it gets unleashed, it's terrifying, and it'll just keep going. But the basically the crowd being the, you did so well, so well. And I don't know. I think it's just showcasing maybe the writing of Ippo as a show being something where every character that gets introduced adds a little bit more to the toolbox of the writer in order to make the next character more multidimensional and more complex and more endearing to the audience.
Sure.
And I saw a little bit of Otsuma in Sendo here that I really liked. So, yeah. But yeah, they ended it with a lot of comedy though.
They did.
That surprised me.
Yeah, because and that's I feel like one of the things that Ippo as a show really understands is that it's not just about the fights themselves. Because what they did with Sendo was absolutely fantastic, right? And the developing of his character before the fight and everything, the build up to the fight was wonderful.
Oh, we'll talk
the way
about
they
the
ended the
stuff
fight
too.
was wonderful, but the stuff post fight, was so good. Like the stuff with the kids, you know.
Oh, do you want to talk about that right now?
Yeah. Like, okay. I mean, let's just go through it all. Like, them.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, it's the death of the invincible hero that you never thought was possible, right?
Yep.
And that's crushing, right?
Yeah.
And yet they're also his resolve where he's like, no. I only have enough for one game system, you know. One, that's the fact that it shows that Sendo is so completely wholly given himself over to this, right?
Yeah.
That he just takes whatever in his wallet and he's like, there you go, that'll cover one.
Oh.
Right? And then also that it keeps him going, right? That he's like, okay, yeah, no, this is I'll win the championship, and and the fact that they offer that. They're like, we know you're not done. Yeah. We know that this defeat isn't going to stop you.
Promise next time.
Right, promise next time.
That promise.
Because you're the amazing Rocky.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like, well, you can still call me that name?
Oh,
that shows how much value he has in not only their opinion of him, but how much belief he gains in himself by their belief in him.
Because here's the thing: this is like I feel like that is a form of encapsulating what makes this all worth it.
Right.
Because the thing is, you can have the characters that say believe it, and I'm going to do all these things, and they loudly, brashly proclaim. But if you don't see the struggle, if you don't see the moments of vulnerability and doubt where they're wondering, is that actually me? Can I actually do that? Then what's the point, right? It completely devalues it because it's just something that I guess they magically have, right?
Yep.
But that's not something you can identify with. Whereas choosing and hoping to believe in something that's out there and crazy, even though there's the doubt, even through those moments where you're like, maybe that's not me. Right. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah. Right? That's what makes it special.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
yep. And the fact
so
that he was doubting there, and that he was not just vulnerable with himself, but also vulnerable with the kids, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they see him as this invincible hero, and he's like, you still see me as that, like showing that he in this moment is doubting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you hit the nail on the head there, in that was the perfect moment to showcase how he was struggling.
Yeah.
And that his own vision of his own internal, whatever, but basically his persona that he had built up in his own mind of being the invincible hero, of someone who'll be the Rocky of Naniwa, had been fractured in some way.
Yep.
It had been cracked. That there was a chink in the armor of that. And the kids basically came in and said, yeah, screw that. Like, you're going to make the promise and you're going to do this later, right, Rocky? And it's like, it's the double whammy of one, we believe in you still, but it's not that we believe in just your ability to get us our game systems and also win fights in the future. We believe in the you that was before this, that was still invincible. Yep. And also, we don't think that our image of that in our minds has been weakened in some way by this temporary setback.
We're reaffirming it for ourselves and reaffirming it for you.
Yeah. And the idea that this guy lets himself, because I think in some ways I misjudged this guy.
Yeah.
In some ways I think I misjudged this guy, because back when he was going about and, getting them tickets and stuff, and just having this goofy fun time and stuff, I kind of saw the guy that punched Takamura because he kind of insulted him. So I saw someone who's a little bit cocky, a little bit more brash, and I saw the kids thing as kind of a way to help him build his ego and his confidence a little bit. Not even close to 50%, but that was a part of it.
Yeah.
And now I see it as more that maybe on some level he's remembering what it was like when he was in that little groupie Goonies gang of kids.
Where anything was possible.
Where anything was possible, and he wants to
Mm-hmm.
have kids basically look up to someone like he looked up to the Rocky, what's his name, Marcy? The OG Rocky, the actual Rocky, not the Rocky from the movies, as he clarified there, which I loved.
And also being a reminder to himself of maybe the state that he was in, you know, and the shining look in his eyes when he first dreamed, maybe I can be like that too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what he's trying to maintain. So he gives them free tickets. Like that probably cost him something. That's probably something that I can't understate enough, is that there's been this little thing with the boxing matches thus far that a couple people have had motivations that are like a couple of them have had motivations that are a little bit more selfish, but almost everyone that they've went in depth onto, they've had a motivation for what they would gain by this that they would immediately give away. They have no desire to increase their own kind of status in some ways by that. It's something that they would like instantly give away. And obviously he would get a huge ego boost from being the rookie champion of the featherweight division or what have you. But in same ways like Mashiba, I think in some ways he was doing this more for them so that they could
so that they could believe.
They could believe, and they would be they would be there for him, because
they could live lives of passion just like he did.
Yes, and I don't know if this is something that we're supposed to draw from, because I don't know how much they're going to go into Sendo's character.
Yeah.
And also this has been the same way with every other person that Ippo's fought. But do you see how many people are in Ippo's corner versus everyone else's? And Sendo's is the first time we've actually seen a group that's been this big that's actually in his corner. Now, obviously, the crowd there's people in the crowd that are rooting for, you know, other people and stuff. Like Hayami. Remember, Hayami had the entire crowd of crazy fangirls and stuff there. But how many of them were actually in his corner? You know?
Exactly. It was the thing of he's the popular one, right? So, you know, whereas with this, it was like the idea that, no, we believe in you. Like,
we know you as a person. We don't know you as a boxer.
Yeah, and we will scream out your name and the name and you know and the name that you have taken on for yourself, because we believe in you.
Right. Yeah. I think that's something that this whole mini arc with Sendo was trying to drive home as well.
Yeah.
Is that Sendo is the kind of person that brings people into his corner. And that's not something a lot of other boxers that Ippo's fought, even the really wholesome ones, do necessarily.
Sure.
Because in some ways, maybe they're so dedicated to their craft, they're so dedicated to doing what they do, that they don't have time for those kinds of people. In some ways, it's a tragic thing, like Mashiba. He doesn't have time for his sister.
Yep.
I mean, he would love to. I think on some level, he did try to at certain points. But no. And then you have all these other characters where it's just like them and their coach. And then maybe that's why I thought of Otsuma a little bit, was that Otsuma actually had his little gym family that had kind of taken him in because he was in the military. And it was like...
He didn't know anyone here.
He didn't know anyone here. So they were kind of alongside of him stuff. And then he had like his, adopted grandma or something like that. Yeah, she was so sweet and stuff. But... then we have it all end with comedy wholesomeness with Ippo calling his mom. Just the fact that she's concerned about him, but she's still willing to cheer him on in this. That has got to be another like tug and
here's the thing: it's not just the fact that the call from his mom, because that was all wonderful. It was the fact that it was immediately after all the stuff of everyone else that was in the room that was having all their antics and you know and cheering and celebrating with him and stuff, and basically this new world that he's been brought into, right? But he doesn't forget his roots. You know, it's not the mom. Why are you call? You know, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm talking with my friends. He called his mom, right? She didn't call him.
Well, I don't know if she knows where to call. So
right? Exactly.
He kind of has to.
Right. You know, and that's. That helps reinforce that Ippo is not just a great boxer, but he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Like, you know, and that smile when she said congratulations, it's like this really does mean a lot to him that she's supporting him like this. It's absolutely wonderful.
So then we have all the comedy bits with Takamura
Yep.
and the chief.
And
I
the
love that
chief-
the chief full on like semi like drunkenly like weave and bob like full on counter punch Takamura in the face. And that's actually something that might be a bit of a problem. The idea that, okay, here's the thing, Takamura. Here's the thing. Just because the chief lands a punch on you,
you're a very big guy.
You're a big guy.
He's a very old guy.
What is he
guy.
like? What is he?
They said 70
years old?
Yeah.
You don't punch a 70-year-old man in the face and knock them out?
He was like, it was instinct.
Yeah, but the thing is, Takamura threw the first punch there. Right?
Maybe? Yeah, because he counterpunched, so I guess that, yeah.
Oh, wait. Was it no. What it was because because he was trying to peep on the girl's skirt, and then he saw the crotch basically area of the chief, so he sprays out all his alcohol into the chief's face,
right?
And the chief's like, what the hell, like, and then he basically calls him out saying, well, look at you're the one that's getting a rise right now, and then
he's
the
like,
doctor,
oh yeah, well,
well basically they called each other some names and stuff, and I think Takamura threw a punch at him at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And
and
he just full on counter punches. Like I get the kind of the dumb bros drunken kind of thing going on there.
Well, and just the image of the chief being like, all right, come on, let me roll back and still do this, let's go.
But then it's like, no, from there, then Takamura, you knocked him out on instinct. Like, I hope they don't ever bring it up as kind of like a plot point and stuff, but
like Takamura having like
well, Takamura maybe having to go through a little bit of like, I don't know, some kind of like self-control counseling thing or
probably
whatever.
Not. I get what, like, when they said that, I pictured is not that Takamura started laying into him, but it was just something of like
one punch.
Yeah, just like quick jab, and then the chief's out, right? And it's like, oh, that's right. Yeah, he's an old guy. Yes, right. Let's go, guys.
Well, obviously he didn't lay into him.
Right. No,
what I'm saying is that he didn't hold back his punch.
I mean, he might have held back a bit. It probably wouldn't take much to knock the chief out,
No, definitely not. I'm just saying that he didn't, I don't know.
It wasn't like a pulled punch. Like, it might not have been him trying, like, even with a jab, like, as hard as he could.
Sure.
But, like, all that muscle
obviously
memory.
Takamura would take the chief's head off if he wanted to punch him with all of his strength. I'm not saying that Takamura just doesn't know his own strength or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm meaning that Takamura probably could have, like, just kind of popped his nose, and it would have been like, oh, God, why did you do that?
Well, maybe that's what Takamura was trying to do. But,
okay,
he's drunk, the chief's old, the chief's also drunk. It's just, nope, he's out.
Yeah, and maybe the chief leaned into it or something.
Yeah, I don't know, sort of stumbles and just, ooh.
Yeah. I just hope we don't ever have a, oh no, the chief's gonna die because Takamura, It sounds so stupid when I say it, because this is obviously a comedic gag moment there.
The chief's got, like, bandages over his face the next time, like, Ippo's out doing road work, and he's like, all right, let's go.
Well, what it might be, what would be really funny is that, they're out doing, like, road work or something like that, and you see Takamura, and he's like, and he's like, Takamura, what's wrong? It's like, the chief has me doing, like, crazy road work, and it's like, why? It's like, what do you think why? And then it cuts to the chief, and he's like sitting in his office, like big bandages over his face and stuff, and it's just like, he's still like sulking that Takamura punched him and stuff, but he basically gave him the run till you drop dead, asshole, or something. And then you can come back to my gym or something, and Takamura was just like, whoa, sure, fine. Yeah. That would be funny if they kind of treated it like that. But yeah, thank you all for watching this episode's reaction discussion. There are a lot of good things in this episode. Loving this show so much. If you want to see the next episode's reaction, though, right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories, or about Hajime Ippo, anime in general, or specifically Jacob's book that he just finished writing.
Yes, my book, Battle Lines. It's a sci-fi young adult novel. Absolutely wonderful. Plenty of action, great characters, and it's available for sale on Amazon. Link in the description. So, enjoy.
So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.